If you want to know how to buy a house, well, you've come to the right place. Katie Dewar is joining us now, real estate agent at Berkshire Hathaway Services Premier Properties, and she's here to talk about the dollars and the cents of home buying and everything. So welcome back, Katie. Thanks for joining us. This is great. So tell us a little bit about when you start thinking about buying a home. It's kind of easy to let your emotions run and get the best of you a little bit. How do you know how much the house is and how much you can afford in that process?
The best bet is to go to a home lender and get pre-approved. So home lenders are just about everywhere. You can find them at your local banks, independent home lending institutes. They're going to be your best bet. They're going to go through the pre-approval process. This process, they're going to look at your income, your employment history, your credit report and score, and your debit to credit ratio. And so when they put all this information together, they're going to get and tell you which loan is the best for you, how much is the maximum that you can borrow, and what your interest rate will be. If you know that you have some things on your credit report that need to be cleaned up, like old debts, best to get that done before meeting with a lender. Also, once you've started the loan process, don't switch employment, don't make any big purchases, or open up any new lines of credit. It can directly affect your lending capabilities. Unfortunately, we've had a couple people that have gone out about a week before closing, went to the furniture store, opened up a credit card, bought new furniture, bank runs your numbers again right before closing, and now all of a sudden they're not approved. So you don't want that. Don't do that. You don't want that to happen. You'll lose out on your dream home.
Okay. Oh my gosh. So how much money when it comes to the down payment, how much cash do you need?
We have a graphic. There's quite a few fees. Your biggest fees are going to be your down payment. So typically that can be a minimum of 0 to 20%. The two most common loans require about 3 to 5%. Your next biggest fee is going to be your bank fees and your transaction fees. Those are called closing costs. That's fees from the bank for servicing your loan and for the title company to transfer ownership from the current owner to you. Those typically are 3 to 5% of the purchase price. Third biggest one is going to be your earnest money. So that goes down when you make an offer, and that's kind of a security deposit, holding the home until the bank and the title company get all the paperwork done. And that's about 1% of the purchase price is what we put down for that. If you're getting a loan from a bank, you're going to be required to have an appraisal. Appraisal fees are around $300 to $500. Appraiser goes in as an independent contractor, assesses the house for value to make sure that they're not lending you more money than what that home is worth. Finally, inspection fees. This one is one that you could not do, but we highly recommend you do an inspection, find out if there's any major deficits or defects in the home. They start at about $350, but can go up higher if you need a more detailed inspection, like on electrical or roofing or foundation. As a real estate agent, I'll go through all these fees with you and remind you what's coming up next.
That's so great. Are there any available programs that you can help with home buying costs?
Yes, North Dakota and Minnesota both have first-time homebuyer costs. They can help with either closing costs or down payment. The programs vary, and you do have to qualify, and there are certain requirements to qualify to be participants. If you're buying new construction, some cities have incentives to help out with taxes and or specials for a year or two. And usually you can find these information out on the city's websites. And lastly, I have a program called Katie's Hometown Heroes. I give a portion of my commission back at closing to the buyer or seller as a thank you for serving our community and our nation.
Nice.
To qualify, you've got to be an active firefighter, police officer, teacher, healthcare professional, and or current or retired military member.
Great stuff. We appreciate it. You can see there how to get a hold of her. We can bring that up. Thank you very much. Give her a call or email her. Katie, great job, and stick around. Much more coming up right after this.